6:40. Who says pork can't be good for you? Chef Michael Bowling is here with some healthier ways to cook pork during the summer grilling season. Good morning, Chef Bowling.
Good morning. Good morning. How are you?
I'm well, thank you. Better now that you're here because you are cooking up what's called saucy salsa ribeye bone-in pork chop.
Yeah. Now, see, when we start talking about pork, people always think there's only a pork chop or a pork loin, but pork has different cuts, just like steak has different cuts.
Okay.
So there are healthy cuts to pork. Bone-in pork chops are one of those cuts that are really, really healthy, much like the tenderloin and things of that nature. So today we're doing something that can be done on the grill because it's that time of year.
Yes, it is.
And something that can be simply just seared in a pan. And since we don't have a grill inside the studio,
we need to work on that
today. We're going to sear it today.
All right. So how do we work on this?
So right here we've got a little bit of chili powder, paprika, and kosher salt. I like kosher salt. Some people like sea salt. Some people just like iodized salt. It doesn't really matter.
Why do you prefer kosher salt over?
Because I like to use my fingers to season food with. And the larger granules, I don't tend to not to over season things.
Gotcha. Okay.
So we've got one pork chop in here. We're going to get another one in here. We're just going to put a little bit on each side.
Okay.
You eat both sides of the pork, so we want to make sure we season both sides.
Right.
In this pot over here to the side, we've already have our sauce made up.
Okay, and what did you do here on the sauce?
So you see all these wonderful, bright, colorful ingredients we have here. So we put a little bit of green pepper, red pepper, and some red onion, a little bit of garlic, and we put this in the pan with a little bit of olive oil and let it get tender.
So this is homemade salsa. You didn't open a jar of salsa and do this.
There you go.
Okay.
And then we added a little bit of salsa to this and let it cook down. So it's a nice, thick, hearty sauce. But you can smell the peppers and the onions in there.
Nice and chunky,
There you go. There you go. We got the pork chops going here.
Now, how high do you have the heat here? What's the best
I'm about
advice?
Medium high, all right? But I want to make sure we get that caramelization on here.
Yes, sir.
So you see that color that we're getting there.
That's good.
We want to make sure we get that. Give you a little bit of texture. Seasons get seasoned on there really, really well. And then we're going to go 2.5 minutes on each side.
Okay.
All right? The reason we want to do that is because we want to give it equal cooking time on each side. So the heat rises up, we turn it over, the heat rises up, and then we get to a nice temperature.
How do you cook your pork chops? Are you medium, rare, well?
I'm a medium guy.
Medium.
We all grew up where we couldn't eat pork undercooked because of trichinosis.
Yeah.
Well, the pork farmers have basically taken care of that problem for us. They've bred it out. Okay, they keep the animals really clean, really healthy, so we don't have to worry about that. So medium to me, about 145. If you're taking the internal temperature, it's perfect. It's going to be a little pink, but it's still going to be nice and moist
and tender
and full of flavor.
All right, we're almost out of time. I want to give you time to plate this here right quick before we have to toss to break.
A little chop here. Some nice color on them.
Oh, look at that.
And then a little bit of this sauce. Right there on top.
That's all we need right there.
That's all we need right there. It's gorgeous. It's pretty, full of color.
I just took it out of the camera shot. I'm sorry, all my camera folks here. Look at that. I mean, that's perfect. I just want to pick it up by the bone and eat it.
And that's how I do things.
John says he's seen me do that already.
But that's one of those things that you can always just add a little pasta salad to on the side or whatever you like. Simple, delicious.
Chef Michael Bowling, thank you. This looks fantastic.
Thank you.
Now let's go to meteorologist Al Conklin, who has a look at your first alert weather.
Nice big plate you have there, Christine. That'll work for you. All right, let's get